Evening, everyone. We are the group 5. Our topic was all about creative strategy, implementation, and evaluation. I am Divine Abolok and I am your first reporter. Creative strategy, implementation, and evaluation. So once the major selling idea has been agreed upon, the creative team turns its attention to determining the specific type of appeal and execution style that will be used to carry out the creative concept to create an advertisement. Advertising appeal is an approach used to attract the attention of consumers to influence them to buy a product, service, or cause by knowing their interests, needs, and wants. Creative execution style is the way a particular appeal is turned into an advertising message presented to the consumer. In other words, this is the evaluation process. In advertising appeal, there is two broad categories, namely rational and emotional, but I will discuss to you the informational and rational appeals. Rational appeals focus on the consumer's practical, functional, or utilitarian need for the product or service. Rational-based appeals tend to be informative and are used to convince customers that their product or service has a particular Informational appeals has five major categories. First is the feature appeals. This tends to be highly informative and present customers with a number of important products or attributes. Next is the competitive advantage appeals. This makes a direct or an indirect comparison to another brand and claims superiority on one or more aspects. The third one is the price appeals. Price appeals most often to announce sales, promotions, or low everyday prices. The next one is the news appeals. These types of appeal uses a way of informing their consumers of their new product or services. The last one is the popularity appeals. These appeals stress the popularity of a product or service by pointing out the number of users, experts who recommend it, or leadership position in the market.
Emotional appeal. Emotional appeal relate to the customer's social and or psychological needs for purchasing a product or service. Many consumers' motive for their purchase decision are emotional, and their feelings about a brand can be more important than knowledge of its features or attributes. Businesses create emotional content that encourage consumers to buy their products. By learning how to induce emotion in your advertising, you can develop a technique that resonates with your target audience and boosts revenue. On the other hand, ads that convey strong emotion often go viral and produce awesome results. 10 types of emotional appeal advertising: happiness, humor, anger, fear, trust, adventure, romance, values, sadness, and lastly, endorsement. Rational appeal. Persuade audience to purchase something or act on something by appealing to their sense of reason or logic. In other words, the rational appeal effectively makes sense or seem obvious in such a way that it really can't be argued. There are other kinds of appeals as well. Some brands follow the concept of reminder advertising. The main objective is to build the brand in such a way that the customer sees the brand name in front of them all the time. Other ads include teaser ads, where when a new product is about to be introduced, ads are designed in such a way that they build up the curiosity and interest of the consumers. Once the appeal has been decided, the next major issue is the advertising execution.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Ramos Abraham, and I am the third reporter for this group. My topic is all about advertising execution. Creative execution is the way an advertising appeal is presented. While it is obviously important for an ad to have a meaningful appeal or message to communicate to the consumer, the manner in which the ad is executed is also important. According to Zoo and Volz 2010, execution is a way in which the chosen advertising appeal will be presented to the target audience. Now, there are various techniques for carrying out marketing message or advertisement. The following are the advertising executions. So we have straight sell, scientific evidence, demonstration, comparison, and slice of life that will be explained throughout the presentation. Straight sell or factual message. One of the most basic types of creative execution. This type of ad relies on a straightforward presentation of information that concern the product or service. They are usually used in print ads. For example, in these print ads, you can see that Lysol focuses on their products and its attributes. The next one is scientific evidence. Scientific evidence, advertisers often cite technical information, results of scientific or laboratory studies, or endorsements by scientific bodies or agencies to support their advertising claims. Now, in these examples, in these print ads, Colgate shows that their product has scientific evidence by using real doctors, dentists to be specific, in their advertisement. It is to show or explain to the consumers that their products are scientifically and clinically approved. And it is also their ways to show that their products are supported by the real doctors. And now, for the other execution for advertising, it will be going to continue by the next presenter.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I am Glendale Tindoy, and I'm going to discuss demonstration. Demonstration is a design to illustrate the key advantages of the product or services by showing it in actual use. It is very effective in convincing consumers of a product's utility or quality and of the benefits of owning or using the brand. It is to put an interest factor into the customer's mind and make them feel a sense of wanting. For example, the demo of kitchen slicer with the assemble of the parts to the demo of usage, where if you don't have this kitchen slicer, you don't have also the demonstrator's appeal of a clean cut of the vegetables and a cut of shapes like circles or stars that will make the customer try out for themselves. Next is comparison. It offers a direct way of communicating a brand's particular advantage over its competitors or positioning a new or lesser known brand with the industry leaders. This kind of advertisement is the portrayal of your product is better than the other product, which make this advertisement a tool for competition, which the comparison execution approach is increasingly popular among advertisers. It is because the approach of this advertisement is damaging an image of one's product or a brand, which makes your product a better one. Example, the common Filipino comparison advertising is the brand X portrayal, which typically we see in the products like Tide, Breeze, or the Ariel, which these three brands are keep insisting that their products have more whiter t-shirt than the other product, and they use this brand X portrayal, which refers to the competitors of the certain product. Next is slice of life. Widely used advertisement, particularly packaged goods product, generally based on a problem or solution approach. This type of ad portrays a problem that consumers face in their daily lives and how advertisers can resolve the problem. This ad portrays the slice of life of the consumers, which makes this ad have connectivity towards its consumers. For example, the advertisement of Nescafe Classic. And the popular tagliner is the Babangon Tayo, that shows the slice of life or the daily lives of the Filipinos, no matter what aspect is it. And the Nescafe advertisement there was giving an impression that if you drink the coffee, you will have a great day and energy throughout the day, which why the tagliner Babangon Tayo is so popular. That is all. Thank you for listening.